Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday of Men's Mental Health Week. My name is Rob Stewart. I'm a life coach. I run a company called Shepherd Bear Coaching. And today I'm going to talk to you about developing a purposeful inner team. So thank you for Andrea from the Royal Voluntary Service for handling the slides. Andrea, could we have the first slide, please? There we go. So this drawing of this bear is a bear that has purpose, and that's something that I do. I help people find purpose. Um, and the reference to the inner team, I'll come on to later on. But we're going to investigate what purpose is, why we should be thinking about purpose or why it's important, and then how we can find purpose. Thank you for anyone who's joined the previous two talks I've done this week. I've really enjoyed supporting Men's Mental Health Week. And for every talk I've done, I've made an offer to the audience, to you. Hi, Irene. That there's a link that Andrew is going to put into the comments section. And this is your chance to have a follow-up call with me. So the topics I've covered is how to start talking, loosening the grip of anxiety, and today we're talking about purpose. Now, the link that goes into the chat today, you can use that to book a call for any of those topics or anything else. Just so happens today that link will, when you click on it, it will say something along the lines of purpose when you get into the booking system. But it's okay. You can book to have a free 45-minute chat with me to find out about what I do, and then I can learn about how I might be able to help you in that session. You can experience some coaching, and there is no obligation to go any further with it. But I promise you, you will walk away with some positive benefits. Okay, so let's get on with talking about purpose. So what is it? What is purpose? I think everyone has their own idea of most things. I'm going to explain what I believe purpose is, and that's come from my work as a coach, being trained as a coach, and also reflection on my life as well, and those lives of my clients. So here's a dictionary definition: the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. So there you go. The reason that this glass exists is to hold this water that's keeping me hydrated. But we're talking about people, so hopefully the purpose can be a little bit deeper. Let's see who we've got. Okay, so I've put some words on the screen here which I think are to do with purpose. So it can be a method or a way of doing things. And by the way, the purpose isn't defined just by one of these things. It's a combination of them and more. These are just the ideas I could pluck out of my head. So it has to do with skills. You know, what are we great at? What can we do that we recognise as a skill that other people recognise as a skill as well? The impact that we're having. Can we have the impact that we want to have? That has a lot to do with purpose. A sense of belonging with what we're doing in life and how we're doing it. A force. I sometimes think I recognize I'm like a force inside of me when I believe I'm being purposeful, when I'm acting with purpose and on purpose. Yeah, a reason why are we doing anything? What's the purpose of this? Then we have the end result. So it could be a goal. Purpose helps us deliver goals, but it's something bigger than a result or a goal. I'll come on to that. Feelings and emotions are to do with purpose as well. So those are just some ideas that I plucked out of my head, and I wonder if anyone. Hi Irene, hi Helen. We may have more people watching. I wonder what purpose means to you. So maybe if we just hold that question in the audience, and Andrea, could you maybe pop that question into the chat? What does purpose mean to you? It'll be nice for anyone at any time to chime in the comment section and tell us what you feel the purpose is, because it is personal. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, so this is one way I can look at purpose. As human beings, we are in the business of feeling. Um, oh, capital T missing there. The decisions we make attach us to certain feelings. So what we do delivers certain feelings. So we can do things because we want to feel a certain way. So I want to explore feelings today. Um, and this is Men's Mental Health Week. Us men, we're not always great at talking about how we feel. It can be seen as a weakness or something that we just don't do. I personally think it's a language, a really powerful language um, that we can use to be even more impactful. So I do help people get past the barriers of discussing feelings, and actually, once men get on with it, they're really good at it. So, okay, so in the last couple of talks, I've mentioned the feelings wheel or the emotions wheel. This is gathered from a Google image search. There are many different providers of this image, um, and I'm going to zoom into it. But in the center, you've got 7 sections, and they are the emotions, the largely recognized major emotions. And emotions are the um, the uncontrollable reaction to something. So when someone says "boo," you might be scared, and that's your initial reaction to something, okay, or fearful, or angry, even, or happy, okay. But over time, our emotions can then develop into feelings when we consider, what do we think about this, and what do we feel about that. So purpose can deliver certain feelings. It can be associated with certain emotions. It can also take us away from others as well. So, zoomed into part of the wheel. So I'm saying that purpose is desirable. I'm going to come on to why in a minute. So, what do you desire less of or more of in your life? Now, on Wednesday's talk, we talked about anxiety. So that's linked to the emotion of fear. I have anxiety. It was probably at a crescendo when I was in my early 20s. Um, and I don't want that type of anxiety present in my life, but I want a different kind of anxiety, that kind of anxiety that is, oh, something exciting is about to happen, and you know, senses are heightened, and I start to switch on more, and I'm more attentive, and I'm sort of in a way hyper vigilant and ready for action. So purpose can be used to as a filter to find out what life is delivering right now, and that might be too much of one thing and maybe not enough of things like this. So we've got the emotions of surprise, happy. So I might want to be feel more powerful or feel more creative. So purpose is a vessel to, I believe, is a vessel to deliver certain feelings and emotions more reliably than when we are not conscious of our purpose. So I invite you to all do like an image search to find that wheel. It's really good just to reflect on a day. How's your day been? What words on that wheel would you think represent your day? And um, I'm a big fan of writing journals, and not every day. My journal's sitting over there. 1 second, let me go grab it, show you. Um, okay, here it is. So I don't write in every day. This is halfway through it. It hasn't got any dates on it, so I write in the date when I'm writing in it. And some days I write a few words. Other days I'm there writing a couple of pages, 4 pages. Who knows? But if you are starting out with a diary or a journal, using the feelings wheel can be a really good way to get like 4 or 5 words down on a page to summarize your day. Okay, so feelings, emotions, it's a powerful language. helps you work out what's going on inside. And as I said before, a purpose can be a filter to help you deliver more of what you want and less of what you don't want. Okay. So a further expansion of what I meant by purpose, a way of moving through life rich in desired feelings to deliver a meaningful impact, and also a desired way of moving through life to deliver me. Okay, so I've been playing around with my version of purpose. It's about you being at or close to your best. And we all desire that. We want to be at our best, um, subjectively, maybe objectively, um, but that feeling of being on song. Like if you were to hit a tuning fork on a hard surface and it makes a really lovely note. I think if we're all tuning forks and we get struck on a table, hopefully in a loving way, um, we make we give out a certain energy in life when we're on song. Yep. So I think purpose is us being the way we want to be and having the impact that we want to have. It's a very powerful combination. Right. So this is my purpose. I'm going to explain this. Um, it's actually called a life purpose statement. And in my school of coaching, it's a combination of a metaphor and an impact. So I am the Sherpa bear who helps people catch their fish. Now, that has evolved over time. It was a lot longer and more clunky. And my life purpose statement doesn't have to mean anything to anybody else, but it means everything to me. And I want to explain it so you can understand my purpose, which I hope will help explain the concept of purpose in general. So, the metaphor, the Sherpa, that's someone who's always got their rucksack ready to go on a journey with my clients. I'm always ready to go on a journey. So, just like a Sherpa in the mountains, I will walk every step with you. You're still going to go and deal the hard graft and own the losses and the wins. And then also, there's this bear character. I'm a very protective person, and I protect people in my coaching. I protect them from themselves in terms of their own limiting beliefs or anxieties or fears. When they share that their goals and their dreams, I protect that in terms of how the coaching happens. Um, and this image here, there's me, the bear, okay, and there's my client in front of me. And because of our collaboration, they are growing into what I refer to as this inner role model. Okay, so that's my purpose. And when I'm achieving that, I believe I am moving through life the way I want to, and I'm having the impact that I want to have. And the impact of my impact is that it affects the wider society, because when people feel enabled and can live with purpose, the impact they have versus being a compromised version of themselves is very different. Okay, moving on. Yes, we got that. Okay, so why is having purpose important or useful? So this is what I believe purpose is, and I said earlier that purpose is bigger than achieving a goal. So here we have a compass. Purpose is us pointing north. Now, if you think about not rather the North Star in the sky, if we walk across the Earth to reach it, we're never going to actually reach the North Star. But it's a guiding direction, and that direction is how we want to move through life, the way we want to feel, having the impact we want to have. Okay, that's what I think purpose is. And so that is bigger than a goal, because a goal is achieved, but life still carries on. So a goal is like a marker on your journey. And the journey is made up of various smaller steps. So there's something else that we can use to help guide our journey, to point towards our purpose. And this diagram of all the hexagons here. These are my values. Okay, so values I believe are like stepping stones towards your purpose. So the values here we've got freedom, campaign, space, health, learn, love, vulnerability, honesty, team, observe. I've got learn again, space. So some of them are in capitals and underlined, and some of them are in lowercase letters, and there's a reason for that. These are a list of core and supporting values for me. So let's just go and describe those. These are my values, okay, that I've plucked out of my own little spreadsheet. So I've got 5 core values, and then for each core value, I've got a supporting value. So let's look at freedom. So the core value of freedom, what does it mean to me? It means space, literally space, peace, honesty, health, and being a role model. That's what freedom means to me. Now, there's a real power in knowing what's in a core value, because if I said to you, "Is freedom important to you? Do you think it's a value of yours?" Quite a few people would probably say yes. But what does freedom mean to you? So we've got some people watching this morning. I'm going to field that as a question. What does freedom mean to you? Is it different to the 5 supporting values that I have? Maybe you're going to choose some of those and add in some of your own. So going into detail really helps, and here's the reason why. If you reflect on a certain day in your week, let's choose a different value now. Let's say health. Okay, health is a core value of mine. We have peace, supporting it again, strength, fun, ability, and smile. If someone said to me, "Have you honored your value of health today?" I might be thinking, "Oh, I don't know if I have." Well, let's go back through the supporting values. Has my day been peaceful? No. Okay. Has it involved strength in some fashion? Not in the typical fashion, not what I'm thinking, but have I been strong in other ways? Maybe. Have I had fun? Yes. Have I used my abilities? Yes. Have I smiled? Yes. So sometimes when we can't see the presence of a core value, it helps to look at what are the supporting values, how many of those have been present. So I'm going to give health a 3 out of 5 today. And if you remember, I said that values are like stepping stones on a path you can walk that's going to deliver you to your purpose, because your purpose stands on the shoulders of things which are important to you. And a value is something that you deem is important to have a happy life and a fulfilling life, a satisfied life. And if they are present on a daily basis, then you will be pointing towards that North Star of your purpose. Okay. So values, core and supporting values are intrinsically linked to having and living out a purpose. And there's a slide coming up which says you may already have your purpose, and that's because you already have values, whether you have actually explicitly named them or not. If you and I had a conversation one on one, I'd be able to find your values for you and your purpose. And that's the offering I'm making, actually, by the way. So the link that Andrea put up in the chat at the beginning, you can book in a free call and you're going to walk away with a set of values and a purpose. How cool is that? Okay, let's move on. Okay, that's there again. So how can we find purpose? Okay, so you might already have, okay, it's under the Royal Voluntary Service sign. You might already have it. So let's go on. So I run a YouTube channel called The Coaching Channel, and I interview people specifically to understand their values and their purpose. And I'm going to provide you with the purpose for each of 3 people. So we've got 3 people there. We've got a chap called Marcus, one called Paul, and a lady called Mariana. And I interviewed them, and what I did is I I listened about to them about their lives so far, what they were doing, and I was listening between the lines. Um, in coaching, we call it like level three listening. So we are level one is when your mind wanders when you're listening, and someone says birthday cake, and then all you're doing is thinking about birthday cake, and their conversation's carried on. So that's level one listening. Level two is like first date listening, where um, you could probably recount everything that they've said in a conversation fairly accurately. Level three is all the stuff that's hidden in between what they're saying. So how are they saying it? What mannerisms are they using? How they're using their hands? What's behind the pause that they didn't realize that they put into a conversation? It's digging around and helping them explore what they're saying to get out even more layers. So a bit like the value, the core value of freedom, digging around to find out what's that made of. So I have these sorts of conversations, and as a coach can do, as I do, I am impartial to someone else's world, so I can stand outside of their world and look in and give them a perspective and a viewpoint back, and I can offer them what I believe might be an important value or values, and then finally their purpose. And so what we do, we end up coming up with a life purpose statement. So remember at the beginning I said that was a metaphor for who they are at their peak and the impact they want to have. So I think the next slides are summaries of those. So Marcus Ahmad, he's a personal branding photographer. And I said of him, I said, Marcus, you are the saturated lens of flow who allows personal connections with your client's greatness. Should be full stop there. The response to me saying that was, oh, yeah, I like that. It was an offering that hadn't been made to Marcus before, but it landed with him. And this is, how do you find your purpose? You're probably already doing it. It's just hidden across. And this is if you feel you don't have a clearly defined purpose, by the way. But it's hidden in what you're already doing. And there is a relationship. Sometimes people say, "Oh, I must find my purpose first before I go and do that." Actually, chicken or the egg scenario here. What is it about what you're already doing? Where are you great? What do you love about that? So, we're putting the focus on men in Men's Mental Health Week, and I know from my work that we can often get focused on, I must achieve this and I must achieve that. We're forgetting to turn the focus onto the one thing, the one person who is trying to achieve all those things. All right. So if this isn't fully known, if this person isn't fully known to me, myself, then there are going to be limitations to what I can go and do. And collaborating with someone else is powerful because it allows those sorts of things to come forward. Okay, next life purpose statement. Okay, Paul, he lives in Malta. Very interesting person, works a lot with people who've experienced trauma. He is the comfortably submerged commander who allows others to breathe in their vulnerability. Should be maybe a comma there. The comfortably submerged commander who allows others to breathe in their vulnerability. Again, when it was presented, it was like, oh yeah, okay, oh, I like that. And then finally we have Mariana. She's a life coach I train with, lives in Italy, and she is the passionate, pragmatic oracle who allows others to step into the beauty of their being. Now, you can tell these aren't plucked off the shelf. These come from having interested and interesting conversations with these individuals. And I'm offering to do that with you. That's what you're going to walk away with, plus a list of values. Okay, not everyone gets this. So if you really are interested in your purpose, you're going to walk away with something like that. And I'm going to help you understand how you can go forward and live on purpose. And yeah, peak moments are powerful reminders of purpose. So I do take people back to relive moments, peak moments in their lives, because that is where they are resonating. That is where they are that tuning fork, and they feel great. And we can examine that a bit more from different angles, different points of view, to get out that life purpose statement. And these are different photos of me being purposeful. So, so in the bottom picture, I used to be a teacher. I used to teach primary and secondary school children, and there's something about my purpose there that is seen in the bottom right hand picture as well. It's something about leadership. So in the bottom right hand picture, I'm talking to all the contestants taking part in a paddleboard race. I designed a course in that race, and I'm talking to that group, having an impact on a group of people. There's something about me and my purpose to do with that. It's a picture of me in Manchester there with a cap on, looking into the distance with my backpack on. I just delivered a workshop to teachers, and there I was craving peace. Peace was really important to me. So we know that that's one of my core values. On my bike and the Purbex, living a purposeful life. It's all to do with health and using my body. The same for the top right picture. I used to be a personal trainer. So my purpose has been alive in lots of different things and jobs that I've done. And that's what I mean, that you probably already have your purpose. We're just going to dig around and we're going to find it. So again, I can help you do that. And then having purpose makes action easier. I mentioned it being a filter. So you might have a choice of actions today, things to do. Now, if you have your purpose shining the sky above you, and I pick up whatever it might be to represent purpose, a pair of sunglasses, does that align to this purpose? And can I put it through the filter? And does it, yes, that fits, or is it no? So I put that down. So purpose and values allow us to go into action in more impactful ways. And guys, we like this. We like going into action. We like being impactful. But it helps to do some more work here so that we can be more impactful in a more concentrated way. And that feels really good. And life becomes more simple. I've been reading a book recently by five-time Olympian rower Frances Horton, and she talks about ruthless simplicity. Purpose can help you simplify your life. In a way, it can be ruthless, like I said, in terms of that filter. I don't mean in a bad way, but it helps us see a path through all the different options we could take in life. Is that aligned to my values? Is it aligned to my supporting values, then my core values? Is it aligned to my purpose? Yes, right. I'm walking that path. It helps us let go of other things where we don't have to expend our energy and our time and our efforts, and we can be more focused. And that does feel great. Now, do you have some more slides? There you go. Last slide. Book your free session. So Andrea put the link in the comment section. You get a free chat, no obligations. This is my gift to you guys, but anyone of any gender watching this week. I really love to talk about purpose. I love to talk about anxiety. I love to talk about how to talk as well. Those are the 3 topics that I've covered this week. You are free to book yourself a call with me using the link provided in the comment section. My name is Rob Stewart, and I've really, really enjoyed supporting you men in Men's Mental Health Week in collaboration with the Royal Voluntary Service and Virtual Village Hall. Thank you to Andrea and to Victoria who have worked with this week to provide these sessions, and I wish you all a fantastic weekend. Thank you very much.